Hello. So, this is how I end up like not vlogging all day, is that I get on the phone and I start talking to people, and I literally said yesterday that I was not going to do this, and then I did again because we started planning out. Okay, I'll show you. Oh, I forgot I have to end this to flip this around, so hold on. Let's get to the spot. So this area right here, this is a main road. If you guys watch my videos often, you probably see the cars that are usually driving by, and I, of course, I'm recording the one time that there's not cars driving by, but usually there are a ton of cars driving by. And I want to pave this right here. Not the whole thing, but big enough for, like, you know, a van. So that way I can, like, okay, so the plan is I'm going to bring the van in, right, at night, and then I bring it down the driveway, and down here there is a drain. So that is where I will, you know, put the gray water. And then it's like a drain in my driveway, to be clear. Like, before somebody's like, what kind of drain? I'm not, like, releasing it to the animals or to, like, I'm not putting it, like, I'm putting it, like, there's, like, a little, like, drain over there. I don't know how to explain it. It's, like, a little hole in my driveway so that water doesn't collect, and it basically puts it out behind my house, behind my building, rather than it being, like, all in my driveway and all in my neighbor's shit. So, anyway, I will do that over here. So, and because you can see here, like, if I dumped my water, it would just, like, destroy my front yard. So anyway, it'll leak out behind my building instead. And I just have, like, a small plot of land behind my building back here. I'll have to show you guys one day. We just have it, like, locked. Like, you can actually, like, if you pay attention in my vlogs where you're outside, there's actually, like, another gate that's, like, to the back there, but there's, like, a lock on it, and, like, I'm lazy and I don't feel like getting the key. Anyway, so I'm going to bring the van in, and then that's also down there will be where I, like, fill it up with water. So then I'll fill it up with water, and then I will park it. Like, I'm going to, like, pull it up like I was leaving the driveway, and then I'm going to back it in here. So that way in the morning, I'm ready to just go, and I'm not backing out of my driveway every morning. And you'll also be able to see it very clearly from the road. So it'll be advertising. Whereas if I just parked it back here by the drain, then nobody would see it, and that's not very good advertising. I want it to advertise itself right here. And I know somebody's probably gonna be like, you know, that might encourage people to come to your house. I am aware. And I hope they don't. I will probably just let my dogs bark at them. Hey, van twins. Except I think they're driving a Ford. Yep, see, there's people on this road. I wasn't lying. Look how many, you know, you have dogs when, like, honestly, I could clean my windows every single day and they'd still look like this daily, because that's all they do when I'm gone is bark. Like, all 3 of my windows look like that. Because I've got 3 dogs. This is Luna's spot. This is Rocco/Max. Honestly, Rocco and Max both use these side 2 windows. So, like, that's why if you look at this one, that's Luna's, the bottom window is much dirtier than the top because she is a short dog. So she generally fogs up this area. And then every now and then one of the boys may run up and bark there too, so they get the nose prints on the top. And then you can see on these 2 windows, or 4 windows, that they're more evenly dispersed. That is because of the big boys look out those. But yeah, see, Rocco right now is just staring out those. They only put their nose on it when there's something there that they're barking at, which is, like, you know, anytime we're not home. Look at ya. Oh, squishy face. Oh, here we go. So anyway, I think I'm about to go to Starbucks and get a drink and get some motivation. I have to pick my sister up today, and I just am not feeling motivated. I think it's just, like, fear. Like, now it's like, oh, like, I'm getting this van. Like, oh, I'm getting this van. Like, it's a lot of responsibility. Like, but I know it's going to be fine. But also, I'm scared. I'm going to feel better, like, once I have it and I have the clients and all that. So I'm already starting to advertise. I'm just, like, waiting to get that final date so I can, like, book it, you know? I want people to, like, know that this is coming. I want them to be waiting for that day that I start booking. I've noticed that some of my clients have started texting me to get in. It may just, like, be, like, you know, just happen to be around the time that they were needing a groom anyway, but also it just like seems like, you know, everybody's kind of getting the vibe. I've got to go up on pricing. It's a lot more expensive to service a Mercedes diesel van than it is to run a Honda CR-V, you know? So anyway, speaking of, I've got to get my car in for a full service soon. I've got to clean it out today. It needs a good clean. Oh my god, she is a mess. I'm so sorry, Grandma. I'm sorry. Like, she gave me that car. I feel like such an asshole whenever I let it get dirty. But, you know, I feel like we all do that. Life happens. Some people are really good about it. Like, and I admire those people. One day I want to be one of those people that has, like, a perfectly clean car all the time. But it's like, no matter how clean I keep it, like, trash-wise, it always gets so full of hair and shit. Like, I would just have to vacuum it all the time. I just need to make more time in my day to do stuff like that, because I just don't. I'll just sit around all day doing nothing. Look at him. This is what I do all day when I'm gone. And obviously, while I'm here, too. We gotta get that bump removed off your side, buddy. Now that we know we can. That one they're not worried about. That's just a melanoma. So if you've seen that, that's what that is. But it's not pretty. And now that we can get it removed, I want to do that. But, you know, we're paying for a van right now. As soon as the money's coming in, I'm going to get the quote. Because Derek's also working. So as soon as, like, we both have, like, consistent money coming in, then we need to just get together and plan on when we're going to get the bumps removed and stuff. Because, yeah, that's definitely, like, high on the priority list. That's probably one of the first things that I will do, actually, whenever I have the money. It'll just make me feel better, him not having those. But anyway, I am going to go get dressed, I guess, and then we're gonna go to Starbucks. Dirty red car. This is what having dogs and living in Clay World looks like. It's fun. Alright, I am back. Derek helped me clean out my car because it was a mess. It was beyond a mess. It was out of control. It was insane. And I needed help. And he used to clean cars, like, at a car lot, like, that sold cars. So, anyway, yeah, he's done it like a million times, and he's fast at it, so it just took us like a fraction of the time that it would be taking me by myself. So we got it pretty much cleaned out. I mean, it definitely needs more. It needs to be like wiped down and everything, but I had to go get my sister. I wasn't even planning on doing as much as we did. He vacuumed and got like all the dog hair out and everything like that. But yeah, me and Max are on the way to go get my sister. She is at school, and my mom is not feeling good today. And basically, to make things easier on my mom while she's helping me out, and she's in school, I'm just like picking up my sister a couple days a week. Because basically, my mom, most of her assignments I think are due on Sundays. So she was like, if you can help like later in the week. Like, basically, it just gives her a longer time span, because my sister goes to private school, so there's no options of, like, buses and stuff. My sister goes to private school because she's, like, very shy, first of all, and she's dyslexic. In the private school that she went to, there was, like, a specialized thing that she went to when she was younger for dyslexia. And she had a really strong lisp, so it was important to have her in a classroom with like a smaller group, so that, you know, the teacher and everybody had time to like work with her and understand her and stuff while she was kind of learning the basics of everything, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's what she goes to, private school. And like I said, my mom is in school, and it just is making her life a little bit easier if I can pick Leslie up right now. So until I get the van, I'll probably be doing that. And honestly, after I get the van, if I can, I'll do it. But like, I don't know what kind of time I'm gonna have. I don't know how busy I'm gonna be. I'm preparing for like restructuring like my prices, because I know I'm gonna have to go up. I've been charging like not enough at all for what I'm doing, and especially since I'm mobile and it's a convenience thing, and I'm also paying for diesel gas and all that. So there's like a lot of things I have to take into consideration. So anyway, I need to book an appointment with that accountant. I'll probably do that once I go get Leslie. That'll give me something to do while she works on her homework and stuff. But yeah, so that'll just make things a little bit easier on my mom. And then I gotta figure out what me and Leslie are gonna do. Figure something out. I need to go grocery shopping too. I want to just get some like basics, like I love carrots and hummus to snack on. That's like my favorite snack. It's just like easy and like light on my stomach, and I can eat it almost any time of day, and like it doesn't, like certain things, it's like cheese and stuff, especially like any dairy, like certain times of day I just straight up cannot handle it. Like I can just tell too, like my stomach just lets me know. It's like, I mean, you can eat it if you want to, but you're gonna feel real sick. So yeah, I don't mess around with that. Like I can tell when my stomach's not ready for it. So I like stuff like that. Like I can always eat a salad. Like that's really easy on my stomach. So I can't always do ranch dressing. I like ranch dressing, but sometimes I have to do like a vinaigrette or something like really light, or like, oh, my favorite is like Caesar salad, which is probably like so basic, but I really like Caesar salad, and it's not, I don't know, Caesar's not as like hard on my stomach as ranch, like, and like maybe, I don't know like what the dairy ratios in them are. I just, like I said, I know what my body can handle most of the time and what it can't, and Caesar salad is something I can always handle. Even when they put that Parmesan cheese, or is that what they use, Parmesan cheese, like where it's like the big pieces, you know? Oh my god, that's so good, I love it. So that's what I can eat, like, if I'm, like, having a weird stomach moment. And I don't know if I have, like, you know, issues. Like, my sister has, like, acid reflux. I don't really know. I don't know if I have issues, like, with, like, my stomach. I just know, like, certain times of day I cannot handle certain foods, so I just avoid it. And I have to eat light at those times. So that's why I like a good salad or something like that. But you know what pisses me off? This is just, like, a vegetarian rant. I want to go to like Zaxby's, for example. They don't have a cheaper option. Like, you can ask for their salad with no chicken, but you have to pay the same price. And I just do not think that's fair to have to pay the same price to get no chicken, you know? Like, and I don't want the chicken in there. Like, cause I don't even, like, it's really not good for my dogs either. Like, the two of them are overweight, so I really don't, they don't need like extra treats and shit, you know, so I don't even want to like give it to the dogs or whatever. Yeah, so, oh, you leaving? I feel you, bud. Going to get the kid. You love the kid. He does. He's such a shepherd. Like, I love him. Like, he's so good with kids. Like, he's always been, like, he was, let's see, I guess Leslie was 4 when I got Max. Oh yeah, I have like a picture of her, and she looks like just like a little baby, and I took her to Build-A-Bear or somewhere, and we saw like a little German Shepherd stuffed animal that looked a lot like Max, and I got her that, and I have a picture of her, like we were at Panera, and she got like grilled cheese. Oh my god. It's just like, it makes you, like, I don't even have kids. It's like my only thing that's like a kid that I've been around. She was born, I was 16. She's September 20th and I'm September 30th. She's a Virgo, I'm a Libra. Anyway, we were 10 days apart, so I was 16, almost 17 when she was born. So I remember Leslie, like, you know, growing up and stuff. And like, whereas my other sister Danielle, I was 11, so I remember bits and pieces. Oh god, okay, like when I think about it really hard, some of it comes back. Like, I remember my aunt, oh my god, my aunt, I love her, but see, she is such a shit show. But she would like come over, like when my 16-year-old sister Danielle, she would be like asleep, like taking a nap. My mom would try all day to get Danielle to go to sleep, and then my aunt would get there and fucking wake her up every time. Like, she'd be like, oh, like, I'm just gonna go peek at her, I'm gonna go peek at the baby, and then like magically, like, somebody would end up waking up Leslie, and it's like, oh wow, like, conveniently when you went in there she was awake, but she was asleep before. So anyway, it was so funny. But so I remember stuff like that with Danielle, but I really remember a lot about Leslie growing up. And anyway, that was a really long-winded way of saying that Max he's gonna be 7 this year. year. So she's 10 now, and Max is 6. So they're 4 years apart. And, you know, so he's been around, like, little kids basically his whole life. You know, he was around Leslie. Honestly, they're better when they get bigger. Like, when they're, like, little tiny puppies, like, up until, like, a year old, they're so, like, nerve-wracking to have around children because they're, like, especially when Max was at that, like, year-old range, like, up until, like, 2 or 3, like, I just always worried. And he actually did really well with my sister. But, like, my dog that we got when I was 16, the first dog I ever owned, he was, like, he wiped out my sisters a couple times. Because, like my one sister, Danielle, the, like, older one, when she was little, there was, like, one day that, that dog, his name was Axel. Axel was, like, running laps around the yard, like, full speed. And she fucking, like, jumped out in front of him last minute. And, of course, he, like, plowed into her, sent her flying. It's like, I mean, girl. What did you think was going to happen? I just thought that was so funny. We still laugh about it. She was fine, but he did wipe her out. But yeah, Max, like, for being such a rough and tough boy, he's always done really well with my little sister. And he used to go around my friend's little nephew a lot, and he was like 2 or 3. He was like a baby, and Max would go around him a lot. But the only thing Max was bad about when he was younger was, like, he knew that those little tiny ones were weak. He's like, I can easily take your food. So I would have issues with him just, like, walking up and taking food out of their hands because he knew it was just way too easy, you know. So that was my biggest trouble with him. But as far as, like, being too rough with him, he's always been really good. But anyway, yeah, he really loves my sister. It's so sweet. But anyway, I want to listen to some Fleetwood Mac. I don't know, do you guys have certain times a year that you listen to certain music? I don't know why Fleetwood Mac is always my, like, winter into spring music, like when it's first, everything's growing and fresh, which we're not quite there yet, we're still in winter, but, like, I like it when it starts to transition. I don't know why, that's just what I listen to. And then, like, I don't know, I have certain music that I listen to around certain time of year. Like, sometimes, like, summer to fall times, I like Nirvana is usually what I'm listening to. Around Christmas, I do listen to, like, holiday music. Obviously, I listen to some Halloween stuff, like, and heavier stuff, usually around, like, Halloween. Yeah, I don't know. I just have certain music I like at certain times of year. Nirvana, the reason that I like it during the summer months is, like, whenever I graduated that summer, we went to Disney World, and that's what we listened to the whole time there. So when I listen to it during the summer, that's what it brings back. It's, like, those memories of, like, going to Disney World, and it was so fun and all that. So I really like Nirvana to, like, bring back those memories. Taking Back Sunday always seems to pop up in, like, fall time too. It's interesting. I don't know. That's just, like, what I'm drawn to at those times of year. Like, it's so interesting. But anyway, that being said, I want to go listen to some Fleetwood Mac. So I will check in a bit. Alright, so I'm headed back home. I'm probably going to end the vlog. We'll chat for a few and catch up because a few things have happened since I talked to you last. So, I picked up my sister. I think last time we spoke, I was on the way to get her. So she has been picked up. I have returned her to her home. And now I am off to my home because I just received an email from Hanvey that my Sprinter is there and it is going into production. So it is time for me to pick my graphics. So that's why I ended up kind of rushing my sister home. We were going to hang out. But then I found out that I had to do the graphics and I was like, alright, well, I got to get you home because I also got to make sure that I'm all cleaned and ready for tomorrow. Derek's at work right now, so it's a perfect opportunity. I just am so much more productive when he's gone. Like, because, you know, when your boyfriend or significant other is home, like, you just want to hang out, you know? You just want to spend some time together, do whatever, you know? I don't feel like going and doing a bunch of shit I have to do when he's home, so yeah, I'm going to work on the graphics because the faster I get it done, the better. They said they have a person that can, like, draw me and my dogs into a cartoon, so that's really exciting. And it's just exciting to know my Sprinter is in production. So 8 to 10 weeks until I get the van. 8 weeks puts us in the middle of April. 10 puts us at the beginning of May. So between April and May, I will have my van. So once I get a certain date, I'm gonna, like, I think I said it earlier, or maybe I said on Instagram, I can't really remember, but either way, I am going to be promoting it really hard and getting everybody prepared for the transition, and, you know, getting everybody pre-booked for the van, all that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be, like, promoting that and getting it ready, you know. I'm letting everybody know now. Prices are going up on that. Because, you know, it just has to, you know. What's going on? Uh-oh. Either way, so, yeah, I have to go up on price because diesel gas is more expensive, as is the Mercedes maintenance. All right, buddy. Do you ever get those people that go so slow up a hill that you're like, we're going to start rolling backwards? That's this guy in front of me right now. Like, we're going up a hill, we need a little momentum, or we're going to start going backwards. But, yeah, so I've got to get the graphics together. I think I know what color schemes I'm going to do. I want, like, kind of, like, I like purpley tones. I like the greens and stuff. I don't know. This is, like, where it's, like, really hard. Like, I don't want to pick, like, shit colors, you know? You know what? The greens might be, like, the best. Like, the olive greens and stuff, instead of going with, like, purples. And then I can incorporate purples later. But greens might be safer, because, like, I want me on there. And I really love red hair with, like, army greens. Like, I just think it's the best combination. So I think green tones, like muted greens, like army camo greens and like olive tones and stuff like that, that's really what I like. So I think I'm going to do that. Just something like muted that will go easy with anything. And that will easily like fit with like my dog's scheme too, if he wants to add, because some of the colors, like some of the pictures I sent, Max has like a brightly colored bandana on, so that would go with like the muted greens. I sent some of our pictures from mine and Max's photo shoot from a couple years ago, because I was like sitting down with him, so like that would kind of give you know, an example of what we look like sitting down together, like, because that's kind of what I was thinking, was sitting with like the dog like around me in the picture or whatever. So that will be really cool. So I've just got to go home, send her back her email with all her info and the pictures and everything, and see what they can work with and all that, because this is all new to me. I'm sure they make it as easy as possible, because they probably know like very few of us are gonna have like an artist or whatever, or we're gonna know like what we're doing. But yeah, so I'm excited. We're waiting still. I've got to check under my mat and stuff. I want to make sure that FedEx didn't come and put anything underneath my mat. My doormat, you know, sometimes they'll do that with like papers, because my paperwork, the documents that we have to sign are going to be done through that. So anyway, but like I said, I already signed the documents that Hanvey needed to get my van in production. So my van is in production. The Sprinter is there. It is being built right now. I'm like, what? But it is. That's what they said. They said it's being built, so I'm taking their word for it. That's nuts to me, but it's cool. And like, I'm picking out the graphics and shit. Like, it's happening. Wow. It's like really hard to swallow. So I was so excited when I got her email that said that my Sprinter was there, and that all I had to do is like sign this thing through. Have you guys ever used DocuSign.com? I've had to use it like more than once now for signing things, and it's actually like really convenient, so I really like that. I can't wait to get a definite date so that I can really start booking, you know. I've got a book with that account too. I brought all this shit inside, but then I had to go get my sister, so didn't get to do that yet. So I've got to email the accountant and let her know. Oh, I made an order. I decided I'm gonna add teeth brushing as like one of the things I do. And then I got the toothbrush, the toothpaste, and a fresh breath spray, because like that's what I've noticed with teeth brushing is people like want to smell their breath afterwards to like make sure that you did it. So I thought that the fresh breath spray might help with that. Like if they're like Is their breath smelling cleaner? Like, obviously, if you don't brush your dog's teeth every single day, then that's not going to do much. So, anyway. But I thought I'd offer it as a package, and then they can keep their toothbrush. And if they want me to brush their teeth every time, then I can do like a discounted rate if they already have their toothbrush and toothpaste. And if they need to use mine, then it'll be a little bit more. You know what I mean? So, do it like that. So I ordered that. I ordered some slip leads too, because that was the only thing I could think of that I don't have right now that I would need for the mobile van to like walk the dogs back and forth. I mean, a lot of them I will carry, but I think having the slip lead as a backup is a smart idea for, you know, dogs that may be too heavy to carry to my car or anything like that. So I ordered 2 slip leads, so just in case I lose one, I have a backup. I always like to have 2 of everything to just make sure. Like, I have 2 clippers, 2 Dremels, all that. Actually, technically big clippers. I have like 3 or 4 big clippers, and then I have like 2. I have the Bravura and the Pulsel i5. As far as like trimmers go, or smaller clippers, I guess. Oh my god, my mom got me some of these. I don't know if I've had these. Gardein Chipotle black bean burgers. I don't know. I'll try them out. I know Derek will probably eat them if anything, but they should be alright. I'm kind of picky. And now, especially that they've come out with burgers that taste like real burgers, I'm like so over the black bean ones, but you know, my mom got them for me, so I'm gonna eat them, but it'll be a new experience. I haven't had these kind before. I've had the Morningstar Chipotle black bean burgers, but not the Gardein. I do like Gardein. They make some good stuff, but yeah, so like I said, I gotta get my graphics together. I gotta get my business licenses. I gotta do my taxes. My sister, like, she's 16, so she doesn't really know yet, but she sent me some meme about, like, you know, somebody excited about, like, tax refund season or whatever. And she sent it to me, like, you know, like, she thought it was going to be relatable. And I was like, that's for W-2 people. I'm a business owner, so I have to pay money. Because, like, I mean, yeah, if you're W-2, then, yeah, you get a tax refund. Everybody's all excited because they get money back right now. But if you're a business owner or a 1099, then it's not so exciting for us. It's actually a little sad. We don't like this time of year. So I've got to go pay out for taxes. And all that, but I've got to meet with my accountant to do that anyway, so whatever. Yeah, so anyway, I'm on the way home, and I'm starting to get to the point in the drive that it's going to get a little bit crazier, and now it's of course started raining, so that always complicates things. So anyway, yeah, I am gonna hop off here. I hope that you enjoyed the vlog. I love you guys as always, and I will see you tomorrow. And I'll kind of tell you more about what me and the graphics lady talked about and all of that, and what the van's gonna be like. If I get templates or anything like that, I can share that with you guys, or maybe we'll keep it a surprise. I haven't decided yet. Go with my gut always, so it's a last minute impulse decision, you know what I mean? Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!